Fall camp's here, baby. And the question is, did the Sooners win day one and day two? Keep it a buck. They did, because the propaganda machine got us all hyped, baby. It's August. It's time for football. Let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about some winners that I feel like should be mentioned from the first 2 days of camp. And we'll break down what that looks like. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. As y'all know, fall camp is our favorite time of the year because this is where we can really just gas up, sunshine pump, talk about these players, and now we just hope they actually live up to expectations. But the good thing is that Oklahoma has done a really good job of providing us with the content for it. It's content season, baby. Shout out to all the insiders that and the media that went out and actually watched practice, going down the list of everybody from the Oklahoman to Sooners are SI to OU Insider, Sooners Scoop, Sooners Illustrated, just down the list. Everybody got a chance to go check out practice. And a lot of the reports and the videos that have been populating got us all in our feels. So I'm going to talk about a couple of players on both sides of the ball that I feel like we should probably start buying a ton of stock on. And then I'll talk about a couple of players that I'm waiting to see what transpires from them. All right, let's jump right into it. First off, as you all know, the Sooners are dropping all kinds of propaganda for the people. Got us all excited. All the great videos, the highlights. You're not going to get full stuff, but you're getting a lot of content. And on the socials, of course, you've got all of our favorite insiders dropping who you should keep your eyes on. One, offensive side of the ball, of course, John Mateer. We're waiting to see if he gonna be that dude. So we'll just wait for that part of it. Jaden Ott looks like a dang SEC running back. I don't care what y'all say. Dude looks nice and sizey. And I've got the latest depth chart that dropped on the 31st. We don't have the actual weigh-ins from the weigh-in day, which is on the 31st. The weights on here say they're from July 8th. So we've got probably a month before we get actual final weights of what the team has. But Ott's not a little dude. I think that was the one thing that jumped out to me. I'm seeing that he's listed at 5'11", 208. I think he's close to the 6 feet, but he's at 208 pounds, which Nagy even mentioned he's bigger than what he was when he was playing at Cal. So you got a big back in Jaden Ott. John Mateer, of course, looks like the size of a linebacker. I think his numbers here show me as 6'1", 224. Yeah, he's about the size of a linebacker. That's exactly what you want. You got a big, thick quarterback who, because he likes to run between the tackles, he's the one to keep your eyes on. But besides those guys, there's two names that really have jumped out that I'm seeing in not only reports. One of my guys that, has a content machine where he talks about a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Isaiah Satania is one to keep your eyes on, guys. The former Arkansas wide receiver and return man. He is becoming a dude that the Sooners are really excited about. On the other side of the wide receiver side, you got not only Zion Kearney, but Keontez Lewis. They actually had a video that came out where they talked about day one and who the players thought won. And John Mateer said at the end of that video, he said K-Lou had, which is Keontez Lewis, 6 catches, 6 touchdowns. Now, it feels like maybe an exaggeration, while at the same time, there's a very big possibility that Keontez Lewis did. So the concerns I know y'all have at wide receiver, I don't think that they're really going to be there. The bigger question is, what does this offensive line looks like? We'll continue to, harp on that until we get 2 games under the belt. You won't get an answer until Michigan. But I think the offensive line is going to be fine, especially with the fact that we've got a lot of experience there. But that wide receiver room is where we need to see if John Mateer has better talent than he did at Washington State and if he's going to be able to capitalize on it. And it feels like it is. Deion Burks looks good. He's out there running routes, catching balls in the back of the end zone. Like I said, Isaiah Satania is one that sounds like a combination of him and Burks are going to be tough on defenses. Not only are they both fast and can stretch the defense. They're really good in space. But Keontez Lewis and Zion Kearney are like 4'4" guys, 4'4", 40 guys. So they're both fast. They just got to go out there and that is exactly what they are. So I anticipate wide receiver room to be some fun stuff to watch. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. There's more to talk about on the line and everything. Me and Coop will probably dive deeper into that on the live show on Sunday. But defense-wise, man. So it looked like Marvin Jones Jr. was out there doing some moves. Looked all right. Taylor Wine was causing problems, but there was one play that I think it was Joe Stoya posted, and Marvin Jones blew up a play. Like he found his way inside and just blew it up. But the wins weren't only on the defensive line. The offensive line did get some W's. You saw some battles with like Fasusi. Fogier got some time out there. You saw Jacob Sexton actually winning a battle here or there. But that defensive line feels like it's going to be a monster. And as you know, people are raving about it. The national analysts are talking about how they feel like they're going to be the best in the conference, and I'm not going to argue it. But I'll tell you this. Someone who's been stacking some really good days, two dudes. One, the one that y'all know that we said probably should be starting, it's going to be causing some problems, is our guy Reggie Powers, the third, RP3. Yeah, he's been stacking them. He was stacking them as a true freshman. And that trio of dudes, him, Bo Ganowski, as well as Jaden Hardy, all three of them had just received nothing but praise. But I think RP3 is ready to take that Cheetah spot and move Dolby out there to the outside more. But he's definitely going to rotate also at the strong safety spot with Peyton Bowen. So you'll see him with, because RSJ is definitely your solidified dude at the free. But then you can have Kendall Dolby rotate in after Cheetah. You can have Kendall Daniels. Both the KDs can rotate between the two. And BV even mentioned you can move Dolby out to the corner spot, especially because that's what he played when he was at NEO. He played that at the collegiate level. He played some nickel. He also played some outside corner at JUCO, and so he even did that for us here. So we know Dolby has the capabilities, and I'm assuming that we're probably going to leverage him on that. But Reggie Powers is that dude that he should be the one to have the major breakout. A combination of him and at the corner spot, because we know Eli Bowen is still dealing with that nursing that ankle. I think that I have a very funny feeling that Cortland Guillory and Tristan Haynes are going to be battling it out for an opportunity to play more. The young guys, the true freshmen. They've been stacking some really good days. Now, I know Jeremiah Newcomb as well as Devon Jordan has also been seeing it. But when you want to get to your bigger corners, like I said, like a Cortland, Tristan Haynes is bigger. He's actually put on some weight. We'll break down the weight changes from spring to summer, the ones I currently have. And then we'll give you the final ones the week right of Illinois State. Our dudes are getting thick. And that's the thing to be excited about. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Give me your thoughts. We don't have really any real injury, knock on wood, deals. Pads go on today after the meet and greet, if I'm correct, or actually this morning. But the weather's beautiful. Like I went for a walk early this morning, so this is why this video is not coming out until closer to brunch time. The weather's beautiful outside. A little muggy, but it's in the 80s and it's cool breeze. Oh yeah, this is perfect pads weather. So should be out there in pads, and we're gonna find out who's who. We're gonna find out who's ready to win what battle, who's gonna be pushing who around. Just understand that it's just the first couple of days, but I'm gonna tell you now, I think that the Sooners are winning in camp because everybody that I've talked to is satisfied, and that is huge. We'll have more videos. I'll go through the watch list. Yes, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you don't miss that video. We'll drop that in the morning. There's players on awards watch list. We'll talk about that and their chances. And we'll dive into weight, and we'll dive into our thoughts on the first 4 days of camp on the live show on Sunday evening. So pull up, join your people. Chop it up soon. Peace.